Good evening, Cubers of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me as always, almost every Tuesday, we have Steve the Voice White. How you doing tonight, Steve?
G'day. Everything's good.
Yes, sir. And below us, we have Mr. Digger Jim joining us tonight for the festivities. Jim, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. I feel guilty because I'm not going to be here on Thursday. So I know I'm supposed to, you paid me already and I'm supposed to show up. So
That's all right. I mean, I take refunds.
No refunds. I'm like Adam West. No refunds. Adam West would be like, no refunds.
We'll dock you on a future show.
So does that mean that you need me to fill in on Thursday there, Gary?
You can. I do have Adrian Pandawson coming on, but you can definitely join us. It's Who Dat Comics doing a 10-1-1 on TMNT.
Nice.
So I'll send you the link too. And of course, joining us for his second appearance on the 10-1-1, and he wanted to do thrift store finds. We have none other than Shrewsbury Comics. John Shrewsbury, how you doing, sir?
Good, brother. How are you?
I should say.
I said your whole. That's all right. It is my last name. You're good. How is everyone?
Good. How are you, bud? Thank you for coming on again.
Oh, thanks for having me. This is going to be fun.
Absolutely. Well, everybody loves finding like cool things at a thrift store.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't have really. There's not a lot of thrift stores in Rochester, New York. Do you have a lot of them where you're at?
I do. Yeah. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. And to kind of, for those folks who aren't familiar with it, to give you an kind of an understanding, there are a ton of coastal and mountain towns. And some of the thrift stores that are in these areas, these aren't your typical like, antique style shops where they're heavily priced. Some of them actually support the community, right? Like people go there, they buy their clothes, they buy stuff to live off of. And occasionally some really cool stuff shows up at these places. Right?
Yes, they do.
But these folks, because they're selling almost livelihood type of stuff, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to price it, and they don't really know if there's a market for them with them. So it sits on a shelf in the back somewhere, or they just don't even think about it. So knowing that, I've been able to connect with folks in these areas. Even to the point sometimes where I'll make a little business card that'll say, name, number, email, whatever it is you want, and give it to them. I say, if anything comes in odd, give me a shout. Yeah. And if I'm not the right person for it, I can find somebody else that will maybe buy it. And it's really worked out.
Nice. Sounds cool already.
Yeah.
You got a thrift store mogul right there with Mark Andrews.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
He was posting some thrift store finds today. The dude, he's got the good eye for it. Let's see how you stack up tonight, though, John.
I don't know.
Start us out with Start us out with your first item, buddy.
All right, here we go.
From that little preview you gave me, that was a pretty good preview.
Yeah. I'm hoping. So I'll start off. I've got a mix of books and some art and some lithograph and stuff. So I'll start off with the books first. So what we're looking at here, and again, the glare is probably going to kill us.
Oh, right. You got it.
Comic Reader, number 167, I believe this is, from 1979.
Wow.
Now,
cool.
There's two things about this book, and if anybody's familiar with Comic Reader, it was a series that ran in the 70s and 80s, and might even went into the 90s. But it basically just gave you a preview of what was coming out in that month, maybe a little rundown of some of the books, and it just listed them all out. The neat thing about this is what you're looking at on the cover there, if I can get it a little bit closer, this is a John Byrne cover he did specifically for Comic Reader. And it is the 1975 X-Men, right? Which around that time was the new X-Men.
Right.
And they are in the 1963 outfits, which was, it was super, right? Like right there, Wolverine looking really pissy, right? But without, so it's a neat little thing, but you'll see this book being sold online sometimes for a little bit of cash, because people also consider it one of, and Gary, you were talking about this with the Turtles book you got. This is one of the first previews of Black Cat, right? Because Black out. ASM
John, don't make me want this book.
Oh, see, he's already done it. He's costing you money.
Cover. I'm all over it.
So this, I want to say, this came out in April, and the issue with Black Cat came out in July. So you will see a lot of vendors saying, "Hey, preview right here." But yeah, it's just a fun book. I found this at a thrift shop. Again, it was sitting in a pile of stuff. They didn't know what it was. So this actually, I was able to talk with the vendor, tell them what the book was, and then when they had more comic reader stuff came in, because they had a local person who was getting rid of stuff, there we went. And I picked it right up, and I still keep in contact with that person.
Mark's very happy that he's not costing Gary money. It's somebody else's problem.
Right.
I mean, who of us knew that tonight would be John's last appearance on the show?
I know, right?
What a shocker.
Damn.
Shocker.
You will not be invited back.
I will not be. Did you say I needed to lock my windows tonight, Gary?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me cost you a little money first, because I got this as an AOK from Mr. Mark Andrews. And this is the original cover to Conan the Barbarian 100.
There you go.
Yeah.
Before they changed it.
Yeah. The last thing you were showing me, I'm going to end up being on eBay all night because of you. So, so that was the first one. That was the first book.
Coming out the gate hot.
All right, so that was the first one, you bastard. All right.
He said you.
We're all
Gold
inclusive
Key Comics
community.
Gold Key Comics, 1963. You get a lot of painted covers, right? And you get a lot of George Wilson painted covers, and they're beautiful. I love them. My favorite, though, that I found so far is this one. Duke of the Canine Patrol.
Wow. That is nice.
Never heard of
Those
that.
Reds.
It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful book. The guy is, he's got this crazy mask on, the bag of money, right? The dog's going for the groin. It's a funny thing. I just love this book. And on the back of it is a complete version of the front cover.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
I
love
like
it
when they do that.
Yeah. So super beautiful book. It's just one of those finds I couldn't. Once I saw it, I was like, "Oh, I can't pass this by."
No,
Looks in really good condition.
It's in beautiful condition, and nobody was going into this store. It was in one of the little mountain towns. Nobody was going in there. I started poking around. I couldn't find anything. I asked the young person there if they had comics, and they basically, their head kind of swiveled a little bit, and they're like, "No." And then a guy came out of the back and goes, "Yeah, I've got comics. I give them away to the kids." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm a big kid."
I'll take some.
Yeah. And then again, we started talking, and he's like, "Hey, I've got this one laying around," and it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right. Especially what a striking red cover that is too.
Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. And Mark's absolutely right. Yeah. They're all, a lot of them have pinups in the back.
They do.
And stuff.
Yeah. I've got a bunch myself, and the same thing. I love the artwork on them.
Yeah.
And a lot of unknown artists too. Like half the time you got to do a lot of research and try and figure out who the hell the artist is.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is super beautiful and in really good shape for 63.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, maybe it's a book that nobody really cared about, so that's why it ends up in nice condition sometimes, right? So it's
Yeah.
Let's see what's next. How about Nick Cardy?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Oh,
Batlash.
Batlash. Nice.
Right. Number 2, 69?
Damn.
And all these were at thrift stores.
These are all at thrift stores. Everything you see tonight, I found at thrift stores in the past year and a half.
Wow.
That's
See, the thrift stores around here, I don't even know how to call them. Like, I think we might have one, but it's mostly on furniture. It's a furniture shop. And then
most of them are like that. They have a mix of everything. It's like a mini flea market almost.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Everything else is antique.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They call them antique stores, right?
And a bunch of them out here are like that. But what I found is if you go to the people and you say, "Hey, look, here's my number. I know you don't have comics now. I know you don't have comic art, but if you do get anything in,
give me a call.
Give me a call.
Yeah. Right.
Send me an email. You know, and if I'm not the person for it, I could probably find someone who is.
Right.
And almost every time they reach out, because if they know that, you know, I'm the sucker who's a guarantee sale.
Yeah, why not?
Versus sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they reach out.
Cultivating those connections is very important.
It is.
You know.
Yeah, it is.
You want the guy that normally sells like records and you know, spoons and stuff that doesn't really do comics. There's a guy in the one antique place that's all he does is comics, and I'm like, I'm hoping one day you'll realize your pricing is
through the roof.
Insane. Yeah. I mean, good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah, he's looking at 9/8 online and says, yeah, that's what it's worth now.
Yeah.
Now hold that book closer though, John. I'm trying to get a good look at it.
Yeah, with hiding behind the tombstone.
Nice.
With
that is cool.
Yep. Yeah, so I want to say this was Nick Cardy did the scripting, plotting. Denny O'Neil did some of the work on this as well, and it's all Nick Cardy's art.
Oh, a couple of nobodies, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are they?
Yeah. And I want to say he did. It wasn't a very big run. I can't remember if this is, you know, if this was what 12 issues or something. It wasn't many. I don't think. Somebody online can correct me if I'm wrong. But
I love the name though, Batlash. It's just cool.
Yeah, it's a fun read. It is a fun read. It's great art. It's a fun read, and all of the covers for this are like this kind of quality where they're just you can tell that he put so much into it. Yeah. Super great book.
I love stuff like that. That's just a fun read too. You know, you enjoy it more, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
So I went into, let me kind of explain here. I went into the Seattle Goodwill, and most of the time Goodwills are, you're not going to find anything, right? They're super tough. I went in there and I was specifically looking for comics, and I'm looking for books. And I found one, and like you said, it was through the roof and it was in bad condition and it wasn't anything special. But I got talking to one of the guys in there. 13, awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was 12 or so, but thank you.
We got the fact checkers on the job here.
You know, talking to the young guy in the Goodwill, he was like, "Hey, you know, there's a person who comes in who buys consistently almost all the comics. He knows when we get our fresh orders in. He knows when we get all this stuff. We actually just put it in a box and set it off to the side. Most of the time, we put it on the online section of the Goodwill, right? Their shop Goodwill or whatever it is, where it's their auction site like eBay. But he goes, this guy comes in and buys anything we have, no matter what the condition or price. He goes, I'll give him, if you got info, I'll give him your number. So I get in touch with him. We start talking, and he's like, hey, I just came across a section of shoe books. If you'd be interested in any of those, I just want them to go to a good home. I don't, you know, I'm not even going to charge you. And I'm like, I don't know what a shoe book is. He goes, well, they were advertisement books for, you know, shoe stores in the 60s.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, educate me some more here, because I'm not familiar. So he ends up giving me a few of them, and here's one to kind of show you. So apparently, Charlton Books put out in the 60s a handful of titles, and they would send them to different shoe stores. Right? So Bluebird Shoes was a company that sold shoes, and these would be sold Buster Brown, etc. Right? Yeah. So all of these different books would go to one of these various shoe stores, and there was a handful of their books that would do this, and this is just one of them.
That's
what a weird combo, comics and shoes, huh?
Right? Yeah. And I mean, I don't recognize any of the, you know, I don't know Bluebird or Scats or Dream Step or, you know, Madison Square Shoes. I can only assume is, you know, New York. But you know, it's super neat, and it's, you know, obviously not all of the issues. Like, this is issue 18 of Charlton's War Heroes.
Wow.
But it's have a
cool.
war book to go along with your shoe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They would lose their mind today if that happened. You're giving out a book about war?
No, that would never happen, right? Yeah.
With his Nikes?
A lot of stores were doing that. On Anachronic Comics a few weeks ago, I was showing a Radio Shack book, And then Mark had
those
one
were great.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But 7-Eleven used to do them too.
I think we talked about this last time. The 7-Eleven book that had, what was it? The 4 heroes fighting.
Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, and Spider-Woman.
Yeah. And what was it? Who was it? Was it the Temptress who was on top of the 7-Eleven shooting at the heroes?
Probably.
Like, yeah.
And it's one of those books too where they lift up the whole building, then when it gets set back down, everything's working again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It's all magically reconnected. All the plumbing works, all the electrical work.
Yeah.
The I still think my favorite, and I'll have to send you. You probably have it. I don't know if you do or not, but the Spider-Man for the Planned Parenthood comic that they only sold in Planned Parenthood.
Ooh, no, I don't think I do. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've got a copy of it. I'll send you a picture. It's a small book. It's not very big. It's maybe ash can size if I recall. But he fights against a villain called the Prodigy, who is trying to steal young people for them to procreate his planet.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool, so it was a weird one I came across. I'm like, okay, I'm keeping this one. What number are we on, Gary? Was that?
This is going to be number 4. I was going to say it's better that I'm fighting the coat hanger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the eraser.
Okay. Yeah, we did comic reader. Oh no, this is number 5 because you just had the shoe store book.
5. Okay, 5. Let's see here. 1969, Wally Wood.
Oh, here we go.
This thing is in such great condition. I was surprised I found it.
Bring me my EC. Oh yeah.
Heroes
I got that book.
Incorporated. I had never seen this book before until I found it. And I did not know that it's not only Wally Wood working on this, but also Steve Ditko is on this with him doing the canon, who I'm assuming is the superhero or the spy there. But it also has stories from Dragonella. There you go, and the Misfits.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah. This is in such clean condition. When I found this, I was so surprised. I would say this might be an 8.5 to a 9.
Yeah, that book was made in mass quantities.
Was it?
Yeah.
I never heard of this before, and so when I spotted it, and of course, it's Ditko, it's Wood. Their stuff is great. Some of the other stories are a little lack, but it's just a fun book, and it's a fun cover.
Yeah, I know. Look at the green dress. That's a little risque there because it
doesn't
look like she's wearing nothing on the one top there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was Wally Wood.
I know that's what he
knew
did.
how to get a little risque.
He did. Yeah, he super did.
All these unknown guys, Wally Wood, Ditko. Who the hell are these guys, eh?
Who are these guys? I've never heard of them. Speaking of nobodies, fireside books. Like now, when you look back at Marvel, like those early style of graphic novels, 70s and so on, did they do them into the 80s? They might have, but I know for sure in the 70s. Those fireside graphic novels bring on the bad guys and so on and so forth. They're a lot of fun. And they can be hard to find in decent condition. The stuff that folks don't talk about is the DC fireside books that was it Simon & Schuster did with DC. They did 2 to my knowledge. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. One was a war comic and one was space. And it was a collection of all of the earlier stuff. And this one is their Mysteries in Space.
Yep.
Ooh,
Science fiction, 1979, I think. This has everybody doing work in it. Was it Adam Strange? I think is the
Right.
So it's got everybody. The books here. Oh yeah, that's good. The books
now,
here
what
from
is a fireside book? Because I wasn't familiar with that.
Yeah, so it was a division of Simon & Schuster that put out books. They're called they refer to them as Fireside, and I think you can see the F there on the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the printing
brand or something.
Yeah, a Fireside book published by Simon & Schuster.
That's like a catalog.
So, and that's exactly what it is. It's just reprints of all of those older stories.
Yeah,
Marvel did a ton of them, but if you could pick this up, it is so worth it. It's all the 1950 stories, those space stories that were out. You've got guys like Otto Binder doing the writing. You've got Frazetta doing artwork in here. You've got so many great, talented people who did a lot of those older stories. It's such a good pickup if you can get it. They're not that expensive either. I think you can get these for like $30-$40, which is a lot, but not that much comparatively, to versus the original titles. But yeah, I found this at a flea market. It was great. Yeah. So
my comic shop, $46 in fine condition.
Yeah.
Very good, $30.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Back in 1980, it came out, trade paperback. May 79.
Graphic novel, basically.
Yeah. That's exactly, and that's what a lot of them were. I think the only one that wasn't full reprint, and I'm not 100% sure, it might have been the Silver Surfer one that was put out there. There might have been some new material in that, but most of them were all reprinted material, so on and so forth. So, excuse me.
That's cool.
Something different.
Yeah, there's a hardcover version of that one too. That one you have as a trade paperback. There's a hardcover. Yeah,
hardcovers, man, they're super difficult to find. They can be expensive. Yeah, they can be expensive. Yeah, I think a friend of mine picked up a hardcover of Bring on the Bad Guys, which is obviously the origin story of a bunch of Marvel villains put into one press. He got a hardcover of that in really good condition, but I want to say he paid over $100 for it.
Oh yeah, look at that, $342 Canadian.
Wow. Mark, let me know when Steve buys it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's outside the budget.
So I collect a lot of things, and comic art and comic related material is what I usually try to stick with. But over the past few years, coloring books have been something I've really dug into.
Ooh, Mark's into those.
Right.
I love the fact that some of these artists paid the bills by doing coloring books,
Yeah, why not?
And it was good money for them, right? So I found some interesting stuff doing that. Here's one. Is that a good?
Oh, there's one that Mark.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sword and Sorcerer, 1982. Art by James Sherman. James Sherman worked on Legion of Superheroes for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's a fun book. It's super bizarre. It's super 80s, right? All the way down to the three-bladed sword, which
that's a bread cutter, so you can get the slices perfect.
The three-bladed sword is from a movie.
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it a Sword and Sorcerer movie? It was.
It was.
Yeah,
they made a sequel. I own the movie.
On a VHS. Yeah.
It's called The Sword and the Sorcerer.
Yeah. So it's super fun. I think there's three of these, if I recall, like a volume 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
They're just a lot of fun. I, of course, am looking for them not colored in, right? All the pages, so on and so forth, which makes it harder.
Yes,
right. Because that's what they were made for. But a lot of great artists. Again, going back to Ditko, he did one of the Transformers books. I want to say it was like something to do with Bumblebee, like.
Yeah, that's right. They had some coloring books of that. Too.
Yeah, like Bumblebee to the Rescue or something like that. I think it was called. Yeah. But yeah, Ditko did the work on that, and again, he wouldn't shy away from that stuff. Here's another one, right? A beautiful Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Wow. I want to say this is an 83 book.
Yeah, 99 cents. Look at that.
David Anthony Kraft worked on this.
All right.
From Savage She-Hulk.
That's incredible.
Yeah, super fun, right?
Right.
Are those ones all colored in?
They are not.
No way.
No, they are not. That's why I picked them up. If I get coloring books and they're colored in, either I finish them off and color in them, right? Or I put them in the free little library for the kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
If they're not colored in, I keep them. So
I think he just gets mad and throws them at the kids as they go by. Here, it's already ruined.
Take that, you hoodlum. Yeah, let's see what's next.
Get your big box of crayons out and off you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Get off my lawn. How about Wally Wood? Let's do some more Wally Wood stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Keep going with Wally Wood.
So, in the year 2000, Buffalo Nickel put out this portfolio. And I had not seen it before. It was apparently a portfolio of three or four different scenes of his. One was Joan of Arc, Cleopatra, Concord, the Battle of Concord. So when I found this, it was stuffed to the gills with different artwork. And I asked the person, I was like, hey, what are you thinking about this? They're like, I have no idea. How about $50? I said, 50 seems a little bit high. Could you, knowing that 50 was probably right on the mark. Okay. I was like, could you come down a bit?
Oh, yeah.
And if you do, I'm sure I'll be a return customer. Once they heard that, they were like, no problem. How about $40?
Perfect.
I was like, sounds good. Right. Wow. It's a great, I'm working on getting all of this stuff once our house is finished, getting all of this stuff framed and hanged up. But these are the images of the lithographs.
Yeah.
They're absolutely beautiful. They're in beautiful shape.
Now you're going to color those in?
I'm not.
You got to color those in.
Yeah, these are not going out to the library.
To the kids.
The kids got to color in Cleopatra.
Yeah.
This was when EC was educational comics, and they did all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. The Joan of Arc is really
detail on it. That's what
it's so phenomenal.
I mean, like the George Perez of the 50s.
There you go.
There we go.
Took him to do that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's easily the best one.
Yeah.
How long it would take him to draw that. And trying to get paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad either.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that great?
Wartime ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked with Harvey Kurtzman and Al Feldstein on the war stuff.
So, like I said, it was packed. There was so much portfolio stuff in there. There was it Raymond Howard? Had a bunch of a portfolio. His was in there. There was all of this stuff. And, when I asked the person about it, they were like, well, this older guy died, and the family, he had collected a bunch of art and stuff, and the family just, dropped a bunch of it off, or we bought some of it, and that's it.
Wow.
One thing before I get on to the last two things here that I think also understand for like folks to what's in your area, right? So in Seattle, Fantagraphic Comics has a shop.
Okay.
It's like it's their only I think storefront, and they're they actually are, the business is based here. Because of that, you'll see sometimes a lot of Fantagraphic stuff,
right,
at different places, at yard sales. I've got a stack of the Prince Valiant books, which are beautiful, that I found at garage sales and things like that because they're local, right?
Yeah, they're common there.
Exactly. So finding those kind of things that are common to your area can be really cool sometimes.
Yes.
Also, like if you're in the Pacific Northwest and you get a chance to go to Fantagraphics, they have a discount room in the back. If a book is a little damaged, they take half off.
Sweet.
So $100 box set of something could be $50. It's worth it. If you're in town, it's worth it.
I can already see Steve shopping and bending corners on books on purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
This belongs in the back, eh?
Let's see here.
All your signed books are damaged.
Too bad. I'll take them all.
I'll take it.
So in the 1970s, Neil Adams put out a handful of lithographs, and he signed and numbered them. There were 1,000.
Holy cow! That is beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow,
that's incredible. Like werewolf.
Yeah, attacking a horse, and it's number 353 out of 1,000.
That's amazing.
And, you know, these were just rolled up off to the side where you get a bunch of artwork collecting dust, you know?
You need to be in a frame and presented and shown and loved and adored.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's my plan.
Look at that one.
Right? Is to...
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah. That's my plan, is to frame this and actually get this these 3 up on the wall.
Damn.
For sure. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Who cares if they're prints? They look fantastic.
They do. They and this is, I think, my favorite. You know?
Yeah.
Wow,
crap, yeah.
Super gorgeous. And yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, the man was super talented. Super talented.
I was in printing and I never got to print anything like that. We got like ducks going across the pond.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You know, with what was it, like the pointer dog looking in one direction as it.
That's classic.
I'm like, yeah, this is boring. You know, I
dogs
spent my Saturday printing, you know, a bunch of ducks.
Last thing. We went pretty fast, didn't we, Gary?
That's okay.
We can always invoke the joke clause.
At 31 minutes. We're doing all right.
Yeah, if you got more Wally Wood, bring it.
Yeah, we can invoke the joke clause.
So before we
or John Severin, or you know, we'll take any of them.
I was talking to Gary about this. Ralph Bakshi, who you know, he did a lot of really cool animated movies in the 70s. He did a version of Lord of the Rings, and he did a movie called Wizards. It's a bizarre movie. It's super fun. It's very adult. But I found, and this is going to be a tough one, but I found original sketches of his.
That's pretty cool.
Framed. And it's tough.
Like the dwarves in the Disney movies.
Yeah. Yeah. I found original sketches of his framed. And
so it came like that already in the frame?
It came like this. Yeah, it came like this. So there's there was on the back of it a company from California. It said, you know, framed at Fine Cartoon something company of California. I tried to call the number and reach out to them. They're out of business. They went out of business, you know, 15, 20 years ago easily.
Well, what a find that is. Ralph Bakshi, original art. That's incredible.
I was floored when I saw it. When I saw it, I knew exactly what I was looking at, right? Or at least had a really good understanding of what the characters were and so on. So, you know, I scarfed it up and I ran up to the front and, you know, $25.
Holy
what?
$25.
That is criminal.
They said it had been sitting there forever.
Oh wow.
You know, some guy was kind of interested in it for his kid's bedroom. Oh. I said, look, I can't buy it from you for $25. That's I don't feel right. Like that's too low. You know. So we talked about it for a bit and we settled on a higher price.
I mean, just the framing alone is more than $25.
Yeah,
I know.
Who knows?
I know.
Those things could be signed for all you know if you ever opened it up and had a look at them.
Exactly. The frame in the back is actually sealed.
Yeah, I see all
right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of work to do that.
There's no material. There is a bill of sale that said that it went to a Jack and Susan.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. And again, that was this was sold in 1989.
Wow.
So
what a get.
Yeah, so you know, it was one of those situations where like I said, I didn't feel right about just, you know, $25 is entirely too low for something like that. I don't feel like a good person doing that. But we did settle on a better price that everybody was happy with, and that's the kind of thing where people will call you again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're going to reach out to you again. They're definitely going to make that contact. And again, you know, when I reached out to you, Gary, and was like, hey, you know, I've got some stuff that I found. Times are tough for folks, right? We're all polishing pennies.
Absolutely.
To kind of to make ends meet. For me, the hunt is like sometimes the most fun part.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
Right.
It is. And I love thrift stores too.
Exactly. And if you go to some place like that 10 times and don't find anything, and on that 11th time you do find something, score, right? It feels fun. So yeah, I really just wanted to come and show some folks that, hey, look, there's some really cool stuff out there. It doesn't have to break the bank, and it can still be fun finding these things.
Yeah. Mark and I do that on the Anachronic show all the time too, because Mark finds stuff in the thrift store. My wife is uncanny on finding stuff in the thrift store. So I bring her with me because she'll be like, "Oh, did you want to look at this?" And she's got the grocery cart like packed full. Yeah. And I'm going through it going, "Where in the hell did you find all this stuff? I went down the same aisles you did."
Yeah.
and I don't, this is just the comic related stuff. There's a lot of like D&D related stuff I'll find and things like that, some of it, I don't, if it's not my bag, I don't hold on to it. Like, I will reach out to a buddy and say, hey, look, I'm not big into this, but you are. Yeah. I found action figures. I found this, like, are you interested? And vice versa. And it just makes it fun. Right.
It does. I do that with Mark too. I'll find some robot hunter or something like that. Robot killer. I pull the books out. I take pictures. I send it to him. I said, you interested in these? Yeah. And then I grab them for him, and then the next time we see each other, boom, there you go. There's the book.
Well, what I'm getting here, John, is you forgot about the 1/1.
I did.
Go find something right now. Get to it.
Yeah. Just leave the room until you come back.
Yeah. What else is in that
merits on one shelf? First,
wait a minute. I got something. Gary.
Perfect.
Lord of the Rings, 1970s comic, Ralph Bakshi. It's a coloring book, Ralph Bakshi.
Oh, wow.
There you go, Gary. That's for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Yeah, I have no idea I have no idea who did the art or any of that in here. It is
not colored in. It must
not
be
colored in, and it doesn't say.
Be in the collection.
It's just a Whitman book printed in Wisconsin.
Well, great stuff, though, John. Thank you for sharing that. That was fun.
Thank you. Yeah, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, and Mark Andrews says it's a great coloring book. There are 3 different ones.
That is good to know. Thank you, Mark. My wife will thank you too, because my wallet just got lighter.
Mark Andrews costing people money,
striking hard, just like normal.
I mean, he's doing that for as long as he's been alive. So we're talking like BC times.
Yeah. He's got an extensive museum up there in North
BC. Yeah.
I've seen those videos. It's the background. His background is always changing, and it's always amazing stuff. I'm like, is it like one of those old, what are those sets where they would just rotate the room?
Oh, right, spin it around. Yeah. Honey, it's time to swap things out.
The only thing stationary is his chair.
Yeah.
The dating show, but for comics, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The dating show.
He's like, Rick, rotate the room.
If I ever go to his place, I'm going to have to be monitored at all times walking through that museum. Security will be watching.
Right. Especially in Andrews. He's probably like going through like an Indiana Jones cave. He's probably got more guards installed and everything in case you cross a line.
And everything's booby trapped, and these traps come out and get you.
Right, exactly.
No, those are great. That was a great thrift store show, man. Those things are great, especially that original Ralph Bakshi art. Amazing.
Yeah. The stuff you can find, right?
Right. Let's go around the room though, real quick. Steve, what's coming up for you, sir?
Well, Friday, I'm going to be on Anachronic Comics, and maybe the wifey poo and I will go out and hit a thrift store. I'll take her with me so she can find some cool stuff, because I don't have a whole lot.
Good luck for you.
She's got that uncanny talent to finding these things, so it's awesome. Saturday, I might be going out to Retro Rockets Comics out in Cambridge, Waterloo. It's a big hour and a half drive for me. They're doing their big barbecue out there, so I might go out and check that out. And then
super nice guy too.
Right.
Yeah, and Capcan Comics is just south of there.
Chris the comic bit.
Yeah,
Jim, what's coming up for you, sir?
What's that?
So what's coming up for you?
0. It is so hot outside that I don't even feel like going digging. I won't be filming any digging for a while. Actually, that's why I'll be out of town this weekend. When I'm out of town this weekend down in Richmond, it's off of my birthday weekend. So that's an automatic pass to go to check out some comics.
Nice.
So maybe I'll see if my little brother and I can just go away for a little bit to check out some stores around the area. Who knows? But you know, I'll be around.
How hard does the ground get when it's that hot too? Is it like
it's just not fun? It's just not fun. And so I tell people a lot of times, you won't see a lot of videos from me in the summer. I've never done like a beach where, detecting on the beach is not easy.
Everybody does that.
And everybody does that. Yeah. The only thing I might try here that would be a little different is we have a creek that runs through the town. And since this was a huge Civil War town, it is possible you might find stuff in the creek. Nice. So that might be on the horizon, but it's a lot of work. So.
Now, John, do you have any appearances anywhere coming up, sir?
I don't. My whole weekend is going to be revolving around getting my butt up to my LCS, the Grumpy Old Man Comics in Seattle.
Wow.
And because I have let it go for too long, and the owner, Alan, is a sweetheart, and he hasn't been giving me too much grief about getting my books. So I'm going to make the pilgrimage.
All right, and coming up for me in 2 nights' time, we have Hudat returning to the show, and he's doing a TMNT show, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We'll have Adrian Pandawsum as a guest host, and Steve will be joining us. I think you said, Steve, that night as well.
That'll be cool.
So we got Steve filling in for Jim, and we still fit Jim in this week, so it's a good week.
There you go. So it's good.
Still got to see both my buddies. So. And also the week after, we have Kelly Comics on Tuesday. Another great dude in the community. If you guys don't know him, super kind person, super nice guy, great collection. And then we have James Green from Instagram coming on for the first time next Thursday.
Nice.
And then to round out the month, we have we have Ryan with Bronze Age Bombshells 1011 on the 29th. And then on the 31st, another one of my returning favorite people, we have Sarah, silver-haired Bronze Age babe. She-Babs coming back on, and she is doing Lois Lane covers 1011.
Nice.
Sweet. He is the biggest Lois fan I know.
That's cool.
Very cool.
So we got some fun stuff coming up. I think August has one more date left to fill. I was kind of leaving it open for someone. We'll see if they're going to be able to make it. If not, it won't be too hard to fill the slot. But first of all, I want to thank my 2 co-hosts. Thank you, guys. It's always great having someone along for the ride. And, of course, there's no show without a guest. John, thank you so much. Always a pleasure, sir. And we'll get you in the co-hosts and seat some more as well. So I'll be reaching out to you and letting you come enjoy the fun.
Sounds good.
And as always, to our audience, thank you for those of you who are here catching us live. And for any of you that are catching us on the rewind, we appreciate it. Everybody's links is in the comments below. Please go sub them up, follow them on IG, wherever you can find them. You might find your new favorite person to follow. I know John's always posting great things on his IG. You got Steve with all the cool stuff he finds in Canada over there. We had Jim with a unique channel that is always posting stuff he finds, and good little collection of his own comic-wise, no matter what his brother says.
That's right.
But with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as we like to say, keep it casual.